This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire, the no-show. Who set you back because they didn't show up on day one, or day two, or ever again. And now your product launch is delayed because you're talking to alien abduction podcasters to track them down. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can help make sure your next hire sticks. In fact, businesses who use LinkedIn are 24% less likely to reopen a role in the next 12 months. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, where we take a deep dive into the lore of the Final Fantasy universe, such as the characters, stories, and so much more. Hosted by Ben of Temeria and Steve-O. Welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Steven.
Yo.
And we are here today with a plethora of our awesome patrons on our monthly patron chat, because it is the end of March, which is freaking crazy and ridiculous already, that we're, a quarter of the year's gone already. Yeah,
we're almost to the next expansion.
Crazy. The announcement of the next expansion. Yes. But joining us today is Purple Archer,
Gungaga,
Super,
Shucky Ducky Quack Quack,
Riku,
this was not my intention.
and True Speak.
Lala's all the way, baby. Lala's riding people.
Oh my god. Oh gosh. I don't even know what to say about supers. But
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Oh god. Anyway, with Super being on here, and Super's been on. You've been on here with the last couple, two times, three times.
So, yes. Mm-hmm.
And we have yet to do your intro of how you got into Final Fantasy, what your favorite Final Fantasy is, and anything, how you found the podcast and stuff like that. So, I mean, let's dive into that today finally, because we haven't done it. So, Super, how did you get into Final Fantasy?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to think, because it was a completely other franchise that got me into Final Fantasy, and it starts with Dragon Quest.
Okay.
Because that's the Square series I started with back on the DS, which led me to Kingdom Hearts, and I got to see all the Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts, and playing that on the PlayStation 3, I got to see all these cool people, and I'm like, where are these guys from? Which got me into Final Fantasy X on the PS3, and that was the first one I played, the remaster.
The heck of an intro.
Yeah.
What a way to start with Final Fantasy.
Well, it's either, from what I've gathered from when I've asked people in like my store, for example, it's either Final Fantasy 7 or it's Final Fantasy 10
or 8. I hear a ton of 8.
I don't, surprisingly. I don't hear a whole lot of 8. I'm sorry, Riku.
There was somebody who used to be on the podcast
just taking
who started
a shot
with
at me.
No, I swear to God, I've seen so many people who said they started with 8. Oh, I'm surprised you went to another one.
Well, come on.
There it
was. Oh my gosh. But so Riku, or Super. Riku, Super, whoever I'm talking to. There's too many of you on here.
Feel free to retort.
Yes, pick between the two white men.
I'm just gonna move on from that. I'm just gonna move on from it. All right. Don't be surprised if that might get deleted. It probably won't be. But anyway, so you started with Final Fantasy X.
Mhm.
What made you keep going back to Final Fantasy?
Mm,
Because they're all different.
Probably-
It's not like Kingdom Hearts where it's a continuous story. Every single Final Fantasy is a different story.
Is it?
Probably the
Wow.
same thing that kept me coming back with other RPGs and Dragon Quest. I just liked
It's
the
made
games.
by Square.
Maybe it's just that. It's like I love The World Ends With You. It's just maybe it's just something that Square RPGs just keep bringing me back because it's like I love Dragon Quest because of the music, the simplicity. I love Final Fantasy for how the characters look, how so much like how the monsters look, how the characters are done, how they have expanded universes in some of them for good or bad, and just how so much love is put into each game usually.
Okay.
All right, I got a question. You started with 10 on your playthrough. At what point in Final Fantasy X did you realize that you were like messing with a real one?
God, I I wouldn't
I
even be
mean,
able to know.
Was it when the Blitzball Arena shot open? Because that's just that sends chills down
I was
everybody's spine.
I will say that's probably what hooked me, because it's like to me it's the same as whenever I hear Overture, the Dragon Quest opening. It's like something popped in my brain. It's like I'm opening my third eye. It's like a spiritual awakening.
Okay.
The 10
So-
intro will do that to you. The metal music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna
Oh, yeah.
say,
That's true. So, moving from the games, how did you find the podcast?
Oh, whoa.
that's-
You missed
or
one
wait.
with the
Oh.
games. One very important
What's your
question.
favorite Final Fantasy? There we go.
Yes.
Right now, Riku will probably like to hear this. It's a tie between 9 and 10.
Yeah.
10 was my first. It will always have nostalgia, but after Pick and the others convinced me to play through 9, I really enjoyed it. I will say it is a little bit dated for its time, since 2000 PS1 game.
I mean,
But
look
I
at
will
it
s-
compared to 7 and 8. It is like worlds apart. Way
is
better
true.
looking.
It is true, but it did also come out a couple months before the PS2 came out, so
Yeah. The
And
different
it's a
hardware.
different
That's true.
art style.
Now,
yeah, different.
that's the one thing that I really like about Square, and I think we've said it on Patron chats before. Specifically with Final Fantasy, Square uses the Final Fantasy title, since it's an anthology series, to advance themselves every single time, and you see that in every game. 7, 8, 9, you see, 7 with the first 3D polygon style, then you get to 9 where it's like, okay, they have more definitive looks, they look more human rather than polygons. And then you get to 9 where it's a lot more in depth. The FMVs are much more in depth and cinematic. And then obviously when you get to 10 with the PS2, every game
Great.
evolves from itself, which is
But
what
if
I
you-
love about Square.
But if I can get more into playing Tactics is also up there as close to my favorite. Because I didn't finish it, but that story was
Oh, Tactics storylines.
peak.
It's so
peak.
good.
It blows most of the mainline Final Fantasy games out of the water when it comes to storytelling.
Only if we could get something like that in 3D to replace 12. I mean, what? Who said what? Anyway.
Must have been the wind.
Replace 12. No.
What? At
Yeah.
least replace Van.
We do.
Yeah.
We do have a character. It's called Ashley, and it's from a Vagrant story.
Yeah, I can't defend Van, but I can defend 12. I mean, I just recently played back through it. I didn't think it was that bad.
12 is great. Playing
12
through
is great. Yeah.
It's
I
one of
actually
the,
just recently found out that Vaughn was like a late addition to the game.
I mean,
Oh,
Bosch
really?
was supposed to be the main character. Yeah, so Bosch was supposed to be the main character, but they wanted to keep the protagonist as a, sort of young
Played.
teenager type of boy because that's what the protagonist has always been. So
Yeah.
Like- They couldn't decide between
guess.
him, Ash, or Balthier, so they just decided to do no one.
Well, yeah, they needed that young character, and that's the reason why he's more or less just a spectator. Like
I
he
mean, let's
doesn't
be
really
honest, Balthier
contribute
should have
necessarily
been the
because he
main.
was a late addition. You know,
He's a
they
good
can't. All the late additions can't be Zach Fair. You know what I'm saying? This one was a huge miss.
Yeah.
That's a fair
Well,
point.
at least he got his time to shine in his own DS game, Revenant Wings.
He did.
Nah,
Yeah.
see, I never got to play Revenant
I
Wings.
know nothing. Never seen gameplay.
Oh, it's a DS game.
DS game.
That's all. That's all you need. But so, okay, so your favorites between 9 and 10.
Excellent choices.
How did you find the pod?
I found it by complete accident.
Oh,
I was
think you did
looking-
say about this. I think you did say this.
Yes, I was looking. I had been watching these guys on YouTube called the Final Fantasy Union, and I had been looking for them on Spotify, and you guys came up first before them. So-
Hey.
I wonder why.
Because I found they had a Spotify account, but they don't really upload to it. So I started listening to your. I'm pretty
weird,
sure
like yeah, because I think your Final Fantasy Lorecast was the first one you get on iTunes or on Spotify, and I think it's
Hey.
because most of the other content creators are on YouTube. You know, like Final Fantasy Union, Night Sky Prince, all of those folks are like YouTube folks.
Yeah,
And-
we haven't
and
made
I
the
remember-
transition yet.
I remember the first episode I started. It was the first episode I started listening to. Was
no,
the day.
Final Fantasy. I'm pretty sure I have Final Fantasy Lorecast on YouTube podcast. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but we're not like a
Not-
video.
not-
Oh
podcast.
yeah, no, we're not like a video stream. Well, we are, but we aren't.
We're Twitch.
We stream
Twitch.
the episodes, but I never post the episodes. That's too much work.
I'm going to be honest. All of the podcasts I listen to that do have YouTube videos, I never watch them anyway. My allure for podcasts is that I can pop them in my ear and multitask
absolutely.
while I've got conversation.
Yeah.
So that was what drew me into this podcast, was just a bunch of dudes sitting around, you know, talking lore and whatnot in the back of my brain while I'm working. It was
Yep.
great.
I can remember the exact time frame I started listening to the podcast too. Was the day the Tactics the Evil East Chronicles came out. I was like, let me listen to something while I drive to go get my copy of it, and I listened to the introduction episode, which I think was an hour long.
Sounds about right.
Probably.
Well, there's 3 of us then, so
Yep.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And then just blazing through episodes while I was at work. Because Ben, you can understand when you get a lull period at the store, it feels like death on earth. There is nothing to do. You could look outside and see a tumbleweed.
You're talking to someone who has 12 years of experience in these stores. Yes.
Yes.
How did you think I get through my work days back during COVID? That's how I found the Robots Radio network, found the Witcher Lorecast, started listening to them, started subscribing to them through Patreon. And then 6 months in, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to start my own podcast. I'm going to do Star Wars. That goes through a year. Do Harry Potter. That goes through a year. Oh, I'm going to do Gundam. Oh, that 6 months later, I'm going to do Final Fantasy. Just constantly rolling down. No, I think
Final Fantasy was first.
Final Fantasy was first before Gundam. I got those 2 swapped. But regardless. And it's just like getting a tattoo. It's addicting to make more because I just love doing this stuff. But podcasts are, because of COVID, that really shot up podcasts through the roof because everyone was so bored, and especially like everyone was stuck at home. So there's only wow. I wasn't either. I was
working.
Yeah.
I was too. I was working in my store during COVID. But we were close to the public, so I was just processing online orders. Mind you, that was the best time working at GameStop because, oh my God, get to work in the store, do online orders for people, don't have to deal with the public, and I'm just sitting there just processing orders while watching anime. Fantastic.
I remember listening to the
Great.
podcast at the point where you started at GameStop. It seemed like you left midway through and then came back.
Here's a little fun tidbit. I started there at 2014. I left in 2023 for a little over a year, and then came back in 2024.
It was the Dark Ages.
And yes, no, like the time I was gone, it was the Dark Ages for my store. Like, it was bad. They couldn't keep a manager in to save their life. A lot of my regulars left, and they wouldn't never come back. I still have people coming into my store who haven't been in my store, who are regulars, and see me, and I was like, oh my god, I need to start coming back here again. I haven't been back since you left. And it's like, oh, please do. But anyway, this is Final Fantasy, not GameStop. You can go to your local GameStop and talk to anybody there.
The GameStop look at.
Ben shows up at the store like Bill Murray at the end of what was it, Space Jam.
Oh my god. Space Jam's great. But anyway, so that's how you found the pod. You were trying to find a different pod, but you found us because we're better.
Yes.
And
I think that's how everybody's gone. I think everybody who's come on has been looking for another podcast and then found us instead.
Well,
No, not me. I was
Oh,
looking
okay.
specifically for this, and I
oh,
found
okay.
it.
Hey,
Okay.
there you go. Hey. But it's great because what was it like?
You guys just need to do like what Union did and make books.
No, I'm
No.
not a writer.
No.
I can't write for shit. I can barely spell.
Well, it's like they literally just did books on the games, and then I've shown True they did the book on the summons.
Listen,
And
you've
they're
heard
about-
Ben pronounce words. You can't do a book.
Yes, it would be funny as hell if you guys made a book of just Ben's pronunciations.
That's what's funny is I'm also a voice actor, so that's kind of whoopsies.
We'll do an audiobook.
Yeah, then you could do the audiobook.
Just make sure I have plenty of time to where I can pronounce them correctly, so I don't do it in a 1 hour shot. Anyway, but okay, so Iconic just posted in chat. Well, he posted earlier, Tactics Best is the best non-numbered game. I would agree. And then he just posted, Ben plus words equals comedy gold.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Tell me about it.
Anyway,
It's like listening to Trunks' voice actor in Super. Ben knows exactly what I'm referencing.
it's so funny because that's how the line is the same. It's delivered the same way in the Japanese and it's translated correctly in the dubbed. And it's and Riku would know this scene. It's where Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks goes back
The
to the
police.
future. Yep, they come out. The military, the resistance comes out, and Trunks is like, "This man isn't black," and think like Goku black, not actual. And I was like, "Oh dear God, that just came out." Like, and like if you watch interviews with the voice actor, he's like, "Is this like the actual like line I have to read?" Like they got all super confused. It's
I
so
thought it was
funny.
so innocuous that I didn't catch it the first time. I had to have
Same.
somebody point it out.
I never caught it the first time I rewatched it. I was like, did he just say that? Like, what? It's the funniest line ever in Dragon Ball Super. Just so funny.
It's up there with Ghost Stories.
Okay. Ghost Story dub is unhinged as hell. And then there's a whole story with that, and I know the story, but I'm not going to dive into that. But anyway, go on. Moving on back to Final Fantasy because that's what we're all here for. So anybody else have questions for Super? I mean,
Does your favorite pro tag and favorite and tag divulge from 9 or 10, or are you picking from other titles?
Ooh. My favorite protagonist is probably Cecil. And then my
A man of
favorite
culture.
antagonist, is, I would have to say right now, it was the Emperor from 14 at the beginning.
Oh no, it's because you haven't got far enough in the game.
I haven't-
Well, hey,
but I really-
it's
wait,
going to
wait.
change.
Hey, Box Girl, this is for you.
Oh my god,
I didn't know you were gonna wear your GIF. That's awesome, dude.
that's awesome.
But I just thought the ending of 14 where you fight him in the base and with the Ultima weapon and how he speaks and all that was just
Oh well, that's not the Emperor. That's
well,
Gallus.
that's Gallus. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was like, Emperor Varus, you're already.
It's like you don't fight Varus.
Yeah, I do
But-
actually never fight it. You never do, huh? You just have a
never
long
do.
conversation.
Nope,
with
you've
them,
only
with all the-
had you only
right.
have had
Long,
a
terrible
dialogue.
conversation.
God, that was so boring.
But if
So
you
boring.
but right below him is Seymour as my favorite villain. Seymour is amazing.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with
So that's
Seymour.
that's what I was expecting you to say based on our last Patreon chat.
Yeah, it's just
Mm.
14 has me hooked. I just haven't had the chance to play more of it. But my
It'll do that.
favorites, if everybody just asked my favorite secondary protagonist, like who's right up there with Cecil, it would probably have to be Zidane. I like
Of
Titus, but
course.
sometimes Titus can get a little on my nerves.
I was actually
He'll do that.
preparing for tonight. I looked into what the internet was saying the most annoying voice lines from 10 were, and I was going to drop one. But what I really had to shut the whole search down with was because, right, so there's so much Titus hate on the internet. They all say he's like got bad voice acting, that it's all forced
Okay, whoa, whoa,
surprise.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
and
whoa.
That's James Arnold Taylor you're
Thank
talking
you.
about.
Thank
I
you.
I had to put the whole project to the side. I was off the project because I would not hear any slander that was that deep cutting on my boy.
It's James Arnold Taylor. If you don't know who that is by just name alone,
Obi-Wan?
he's Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars and Rebels. He is Johnny Test. If anybody's watch Johnny Test.
Yes, I grew up
and
watching that.
he's he has over 200 pretty sure over 200 or around 100 well over 100 voice roles. But
Titus is not
prominently
my
it's
favorite of his.
it's Titus, Johnny Test, and Obi-Wan are like his three big ones that most people know him from.
Oh, Ratchet and Clank.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Ratchet.
and Ratchet and
Oh,
Clank.
yeah.
Yep.
And I
Yeah,
will
but
say,
there's-
I saw an interview he did. It's his voice that he uses.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, he
Titus.
doesn't.
It's-
He
he
doesn't
does
do
that, man.
anything different with Titus. He used his standard speaking voice.
But there's one villain that was so close to getting onto my he's on my top 5, almost top 3. True would understand what I'm about to say. Delita from Tactics.
I love
Just
him
how
as a
that
char- Yeah.
Delita is amazing as a antagonist and just a character in general.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mr. Evilistic, it's Titus. Just saying.
Titus.
Okay, with
I've
the
been
internet says
struggling.
Titus.
I've been struggling not to
It's-
say Titus just to mess with y'all.
It's Titus, like the tide.
Like tie-dye.
Anyway, oh my gosh.
I got one more, which we've all done. You have to build a party. 3 protagonists or antagonists and yourself. Go.
Okay, does it have to be like main protagonists or main party members of each game?
You can pick from Dirge of Cerberus for all I care.
Let's see.
Everybody's
Don't.
favorite PlayStation 2 classic.
I'm gonna replay it in a short amount of time because I want to get back to it and learn about the Weiss and the other stuff. Sorry.
It would be me, Zach, Snow, and Kane.
Valid.
Just a bro
Oh,
fest.
yeah.
Yeah.
For real. Throwing Snow in there is an excellent move. Good choice. I love Snow.
Because I'm playing through 13 right now.
Yeah, is he great?
No, okay. There you go. Cool. Well, let's take a quick mid break. Thank all you guys. And we'll be back with more Final Fantasy talk. Probably going to dive into Delirium. Because if no one's playing that, it's actually I actually enjoy it.
It's kind of fun.
It is
I'm
kind
getting-
of fun. So
I'm
we'll
getting
get
mixed
into that.
signals from. I'm getting mixed signals from all you guys. I'm being told
No,
to
it's
play it.
fun,
I'm being told
dude.
not to
That's the
play
problem
it.
with
Dude,
it.
download
There's
it.
only one person
Let's all
saying
at
it's
each
bad.
other. We could party up.
All right. Well, let's take a mid break and we'll get back and get into that talk later.
This summer, say I do.
I am marrying a stranger.
Like never before.
Am I crazy?
It's a whole new Married at First Sight on Peacock.
Thank God I woke up in love.
With new experts.
My name is Dr. Lisa.
My name is Paul Brunson.
More couples.
This could be the start of a very successful marriage.
And more surprises.
Or maybe not.
Everything is just not enough.
You're a little bit crazy.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I want my fairy tale ending.
Married at First Sight, now streaming. New episodes Thursdays, only on Peacock.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
All right, welcome to the Midler Show. We're talking about everything with podcasts. There's nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. Here we're going to thank all of our amazing patrons, like all these fine people with us today, especially True Speak, who is our ultimate tier patron. Thank you, True. And if you guys want to become a patron with us and join awesome patron chats like this every single month, you can go to patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes or join us on the show. You can also find us in a few different, you can find us on Apple and Spotify. You leave 5-star review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. Read it out loud next time on the show, which, you know what, I haven't checked after Apple in a while. Apple's weird because it takes like 2 weeks for the freaking reviews to even post. Yeah, I don't have anything on there. Not a surprise. But we do have some on Spotify. Let's see. Oh gosh, we have a few on Spotify. We have a lot on Spotify. All right, let's see here. All right, so back on our Summons Titan episode, Pagan Acid Trip. Yes, that is their username. Hearing the horrors of housing in 14, the true endgame, not for the faint of heart. Well done, lads. 10 out of 10 crystals. Yeah, don't get me started on that housing market. Took me
It's like 2008 all over again.
6 months to get a medium house. We got one, but only because they finally resumed auto demolition. That's the only reason we did, because I didn't know it was on pause for like almost a year because there was one of the tsunamis that hit in Japan. So anytime Japan or a major area, specifically Japan, gets hit with like a natural disaster, they immediately pause on all housing markets and all the housing stuff in general, so they don't get auto-dimmed if they were affected by said natural disaster. Totally makes sense. It's awesome. But man, does it make buying a house in the game so much harder. It's because there's so many more people bidding up on one spot because it's all lottery freaking based. And it can't
But we got one.
But we got one. It's great.
We've had two since we've started the podcast.
So what?
We've had two since we started the podcast.
Yep,
We're moving on up.
We had a small and now we have a medium. Just wait, in a couple of years we'll probably have a large, hopefully, maybe. I don't know.
As long as somebody gets back on the podcast or gets on the game.
3 years it'll be a 3-topping.
And then Pagan also said on our summons, Odin grinding the Odin fight in 14 for the cosmetic armor pieces was a pain. Yes.
Yeah, but that is sick cosmetic though. That's some good glam.
I can't remember which episode it was, but I commented on an episode because it was you guys were talking about a spear from mythology, and I was like, I heard Ben pronounce it, and it made me audibly cringe. It was the you were talking about Cuckoo Lane, and you were trying to pronounce the spear, and it was Gabolg.
Yeah, Gabolg.
It was just
yeah,
Gabolg.
Yeah.
It was just the way you pronounced it at the time was I felt every bone in my body audibly cringe.
I still don't know how to say it.
You're welcome.
Whatever I want.
It's Gaelic, Stephen. It's hard to pronounce.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Gabolg. Yeah, it's just
Gabolg.
sounds a little
Gay boy.
Interesting saying off your but it's gay boy.
Yeah.
All right, everybody say it.
And then Summer Heroes says on actually our last episode of Sahagins, saying Sahagins suck. They are annoying to deal with in FF7 Remake and Rebirth. I don't remember dealing with either of these monsters in FF15 though. Yeah, that's fair.
I don't even remember what those monsters are.
They look like a big crocodile in 15.
Yeah.
You
They're
deal
also
with
D&D
them-
characters, right?
Yep, they're literally just D&D character or like D&D monsters because they were in the first game and Final
Everything from the
Fantasy
first
was
game was
literally
D&D.
was just D&D. So
Yeah, I had
and
the
then-
same reaction as Steven on the 10 Sagan being the fish instead of the turtle. I didn't even realize it until it was like laid out in front of me.
Yeah, I had no idea. They're so. I mean, they're they're pretty wimpy in most games, but especially 10, where you're just like one-shotting them pretty quickly.
Yeah. And then you can also find us in a few different Discord servers, the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Ben Friends Podcasting Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that I host and Steven, because we host another one together, which is the Dragon Ball Lorecast. You can also find me on the Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Gundam Lorecast, the Wizard World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. Yeah. Too much.
Podcast.
It's a lot of podcasts.
I was watching that Dragon Ball episode, and you were saying all this stuff. I was like, I don't remember this happened. I don't remember this happened. I don't. Then you got
a lot.
Then you got to Fist of the Dragon. I'm like, I remember that because Tapion. That's my favorite Dragon Ball movie, and I love Tapion.
Yep.
Hearing Ben pronounce Tapion was also making me cringe.
Typon, isn't it?
It's Typon.
No,
it's pronounced Typon.
Typon. I've always pronounced it as Tapion.
That's the one series I will be pronouncing things correctly.
I don't have to correct him on
freaking
that
knows
show.
his stuff, man. There's not maybe one name you've kind of you just weren't familiar, I guess, but pronunciation's spot on the Dragon Ball podcast.
With the characters that I'm aware of, yes, I know how to say them, because I love Dragon Ball. But anyway, moving on, news wise, Final Fantasy or Dissidia Delulium Final Fantasy dropped and is now playable, so you can go play that now on mobile. And then it was just announced that Square Enix was Metacritic's #1 publisher of the year of 2025, which is awesome. Yeah, first time Square Enix has ever been ranked #1. And then average Metacritic score of 84 over 9 titles released in 2025.
Wait, what came out in 2025?
Well, they have more than just Final Fantasy. They have
I know.
Dragon Quest,
Octopath.
Oh yeah, Tactics. Yeah,
Octopath.
Well, Dragon Quest was a remaster, wasn't it?
It's still a new release though because it's
Still
under a
counts?
remaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, we also forgot that they announced that 9's getting an animated.
It is.
I wanted
it
to
is,
talk about that.
Yes, it is getting an official animated series. It is meant for kids under the age of 10.
We will still be watching.
We'll still watch
If it's ever released in the West. We don't know when it's where it's gonna get released.
Do we know the
I would
premise
imagine.
of the story?
No idea.
It's about the Black Mage.
Just know it's in
the legendary
pre-production.
Black Mage.
Yeah,
Could be
but it's like they find they find one of Vivi's kids, I guess. I don't know, but they find them like trapped in a crystal or something. It's like really it's kind of dark. So I'm thinking, how is this
Final
kid?
Fantasy.
And then
how does this?
So
But it's for kids.
hang on.
Like I don't understand how.
We'll can we get all this after I do the mid break? Because make my mid breaks like 30 minutes. In the last
you saw
news
that
piece.
Ben, you saw that I'm trying to push these to 2 hours so we can.
Hush.
We're gonna get there. Yeah.
Hush. We were an hour and a half on Dragon Ball this last episode, so the newest episode though drops on Friday.
I can't do another hour and a half.
That was rough with Steven. But anyway,
It's a long week.
14's rating is being changed in Japan. Currently, it is Zero C, which is 15 plus. It's getting changed to Zero D, which is 17 plus, and that is due to the group pose photo mode. That's the only reason why it's being changed.
I can imagine.
is due
I would
to
have thought
a
it went
photo
the
mode.
other direction because of what one of the things True wanted to talk about tonight. That's strange that it went more mature. And
It
for
might
a
be the
group
strategy boards too. Have
It's
you
the-
seen some of
it's
the
a
strategy
group
boards?
All right.
But anyway, well, that's all the news that I have right now for Final Fantasy. So let's get back into more of the apparently other stuff we want to talk about, because apparently there's more.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
All right, so, wait, what are we talking? Where would he?
I
start?
think we
want
wanted to
to
get
hear-
everyone's feedback on Duellum. That's where we're going, right?
But can we start with Purple?
Yeah.
With what? With
his Delulu impression.
I love Dissidia, so I was ready for this game. I was like, it's gonna be garbage, and I'm gonna play all of it. I downloaded it last night. I
My
played
man.
for about an hour. Prompto and Lightning are the most fun. And dude, this story is Cloud learning how to use an iPhone is just hilarious.
Okay,
to me.
so the banter between the characters when you unlock, so it's for everybody when you're playing the game. When you first start playing the game, you play as Cloud, and he's walking towards Sephiroth, shocker, and then ends up in modern day Tokyo. Cool, okay. And then you get the other characters from other games, and then the whole, there's a battle pass system, obviously, because it's a mobile game, it's free to play. Yes, there's going to be a battle pass. Yes, it's going to be a gacha. That's how they make money. Deal with it. Now, for all the story content, that's all in the free portion of the battle pass. You don't have to pay a dime for any of it. Now, the story stuff is really cool because you get a lot of banter between characters you generally don't see, and we haven't had characters banter like this from a Dissidia game since the PSP.
I was gonna say that was the original Dissidia selling point for me.
It was Dissidia 012 and the sequel to that one, and then because NT is an arcade game and that didn't have Jack, so we don't count that one. That's not a Dissidia game. That was an arcade game, which it was.
Cutscenes, but they're like 14 seconds each.
It was really nothing.
I gotta get there.
You're right. And so the banter between the characters is hilarious, especially seeing it in modern day, our world is so cool. The first text chain you unlock is Cloud talking.
Yeah, I want to talk
it's
about how
it's text chains. It's
fed to
freaking
you.
hilarious. It's
Cloud,
so
I've
funny.
had one of these before. I know how it
Exactly.
works.
The Warrior Light, who they call Captain, because obviously the Warrior Light doesn't have an actual name. And then I think it was a text chain between Cloud, Warrior Light, Mog, and Terra.
Yeah.
And the Warrior Light was telling Cloud, "It's like, oh my god, me and Terra had such a hard time trying to learn to use this." And then Cloud's like, "Oh, I've used one of these. I used a device like this before," because he comes from a futuristic style, style game.
Razor.
He even asked, he's like, "Can I use it however I want?" He was ready to just be use the company phone on his own terms.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, it's so great. And I'm already halfway through the battle pass, and it's been the game's been out for 2 days.
I was gonna say 24 hours at best. Yeah.
And so when you start the game, you play as Cloud as the tutorial, and then once you go through the tutorial, you get to choose one of 4 characters, which is the Warrior Light, Terra, Lightning, and then Cloud. and then you can choose which versions of the outfit that you want. Do you want their original outfit from their game, or do you want their modern aesthetic? To where they blend in like Tokyo, so they're not like normal people. But like it's just like the banter between all the characters is hilarious.
So you do get the choice to not look like a goober.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
can
could
just
be
have the
dripped
OG
out,
kit
or
on.
you could have the original.
So, for example, like Zidane, because by the way, Zidane's hilarious in the story. Steven would you would love it because they wear a device that when they go into battle, they turn on this device to where the people can't see their faces, so that way they can walk around Tokyo without being noticed. Yeah, and they're called all the characters they're like dubbed ghosts because they go into a battle because crystals are in the world and like monsters appear. Once they defeat the monsters, they disappear. So they were dubbed ghosts. So Zidane specifically doesn't turn his on when he fights, so people see his face, and so people recognize him in the open world, and people are like there's these two girls in a cafe when he's with Lightning, and is just like, oh my god, it is Zidane, and they're like trying to get pictures with him and everything, and he's just like a whole like playboy like big thing about it, and it's like, oh my god, this is funny. And like
the allegations return.
Oh, it's hilarious.
No, they were dropped.
It's funny, but like his modern aesthetic is really like it's sleek and whatnot, but like his back jacket has like a straight like tail looking thing because he doesn't have his tail when he's wearing his modern day clothes, but it has it to where like this black like piece of fabric is essentially his tail. But if you go and use his like standard outfit from 9, he has his tail.
Better. He is Goku after all.
He is. And he does have his trance ability. That's one of the abilities you can get from you can unlock characters through the battle pass. And then you can also roll all the characters through a gacha system. Yeah. And that's how you can get different outfits for them and stuff like that. And you can only if you get an outfit you already own, you get ability or job tokens to where you give them stat boosts instead. So it's not like you're going to be out of something. But then you have the other gacha part is the abilities, specifically the abilities for each of the characters that you unlock, because you only have so many abilities unlocked at first. Like I use Cloud as my main right now because I have the most abilities on him. I have 3 of his 4 main abilities, and one of them is his Omni Slash, so I do a shitload of damage. He's my big main powerhouse right now when I fight boss, and I'm always normally an MPV when I fight a boss and win. But no, just going back to the whole Delirium thing, it is a fun game. Just the banter between the characters though is probably my favorite thing because it's just so funny.
I'm waiting for the inevitable crossovers with like Nier, and then hopefully a World Ends With You crossover.
With Dissidia specifically, Dissidia's
the only thing we've ever gotten was Kingdom Hearts outfits in the last game.
Yeah.
For Cloud and Squall.
Dissidia is specifically always been only a Final Fantasy stuff. That's the one series where they
that
cross
14,
over.
You know what I'm saying? That's where they save that for.
It's a mobile game. It's gacha, and I'm so used to.
I'm already thinking of all the characters they could
be like
add.
Ever Crisis. You know what I mean?
Like there's still Final Fantasy characters they could add.
Oh yeah, so when you
Squall's
boot up,
not even in it.
Yes, first off, they only have 9 characters. You have the Warrior Light
too, right? Isn't Clive?
I don't think there's a 16 rep yet. So
later. That's what I'm saying.
Later, he was. They announced the other ones that were missing, like a week ago before the game dropped, but they did announce that they will be out later, in a second, like with an update or whatnot. But there's Warrior Light, Terra, Cryo, Kane, Cloud, Riona, Zidane, Prompto,
yeah,
and Gaia.
Yeah.
So yeah, 9.
Yeah,
9 characters.
That
sounds about right.
God waiting for all these characters to come out. I was like being an Uma, global fan waiting for new characters that they already have.
Well,
in
and so when you
Japan.
what's
Do not
really
compare me to that
funny
horse
is
game.
Umamutsune. Yeah, so funny enough, when you start up Dululium, it's gonna prompt you like for questions like what's your favorite Final Fantasy? They have every single title. Over 30 effing games in a list. Like which one
Well,
of
that's
these
not
is
every
your
title.
favorites?
Dude,
Oh
I
no,
put
they have
Theorem in my tag.
they have every title in it. They have games on. They have titles of games on there that don't exist anymore because they're not playable.
Somebody's going to pick Chocobo Mystery Dungeon as their favorite.
On it.
You can change it at any point. You can change the tag at any
I
point.
low-key
Sure to
wanted
put
to
all the
try that just
spin-offs.
to see if it did anything, but yeah, I don't think it does.
Chocobo Grand Prix as your favorite Final Fantasy game.
It just gives
Hey,
you
man,
recommendations of like,
that's
hey,
a
when I'm
great
friends
game.
with this person, they also like Crisis Core. I'm like,
That's what I was gonna say. It's like a title on 14. It's just like something that pops up under your name.
Yep.
But they have
Everybody,
all the usage data, so they know exactly what's roll out next,
This
right?
is-
So if
this
everyone's
is where I'm
saying
going.
it's like, oh, my
Everybody-
favorite's
This was a
8, okay, I
survey
know
in
that we need to do
disguise.
Squall.
everybody pick 9 so we can
I
get
was
the
gonna say
remake.
Steve is seeing an exploit just waiting to happen.
Here we go. Everybody listening, go pick 9 as your favorite. So we'll get the damn remake already.
And what's also for anybody who's listening to the show, I did create a community. You search FF Lore. Apparently, I couldn't put Lorecast when I apparently created it and changed it later, and that's the whole thing. But FF Lore, and you'll find the community for the podcast that I put in for the Dululium. And you can send people ability gotcha like tickets and stuff like that. So it's cool. It's fun.
Okay, so it's not just social.
No. No, you can as long as you follow people, any of your followers or people you follow, you can go to their profile and then you can send them gifts. And with the gifts you can send them up either 1, 5, or 10 ability gotcha tickets to where they can just pull stuff. But you have to use points, but the points you earn really quick and pretty easily. So
You could also like party up and play with other people, right?
that too. You can also party up and play with
The
people.
multiplayer is pretty cool. It's
Mhm.
like team versus team.
Yep, 3v3 team battles. You fight monsters. You purify crystals. You'll get you get points to increase to your burst limit. Then when the boss appears, you use your burst and your abilities to dwindle down the boss's health to win. And each team has a specific gauge for the boss, and whoever depletes the gauge first wins. It's not that hard, and it's pretty easy.
It's not, yeah, but I think for a mobile game, all things considered, the gameplay is actually decent. That camera's a little janky.
It is.
Camera, but
I have seen people play it, and everyone I've seen play it say if you have an ability to use a controller, use a controller because it has controller support.
Yeah.
Is it on
my
Steam?
Backbone?
It is
Or
only
is it
mobile.
iOS?
It's specifically iOS, Android. They don't have it for
This would
anything
have
else.
this would have been perfect on Steam as well.
That's what. Okay, thank you for bringing that up because that's been my biggest complaint. Is I'm like, this game is super fun. I want to play it.
It's also
on
very
my
pretty.
computer. Yeah,
The game is
and
like graphically is nice.
it is everything I
guess because
it's everything I didn't want this game to be. That's the problem.
Look at his face, look at his face.
What do you like Dissidia for? You like it because of the interactions of the characters. That's what I wanted to see. And hoping for gameplay that was decent. It actually is kind of fun, especially when you do the whole team up thing and everything. And I'm like, am I really gonna feed into this machine of gacha because they're just gonna continue making games like this if it's successful at all. And part of me was like, I should stop playing, and part of me was like, this is hella fun. I kind of want to keep playing because I like these little.
The thing is, gacha games are successful.
They're not going anywhere.
They aren't going because they're very successful. Mainly, they're mainly successful overseas because, like in Japan,
saying this is probably killing in Japan right now.
Oh,
like, it
yeah.
is probably killing in Japan.
Yeah, true. That
And-
Buster store would start talking to you like the Green Goblin mask to telling you to keep spending money in gacha.
You're weak.
Spend your monies.
New banner out.
Yeah,
yes. But right now, with the launch of the game, and no, we are not paid to say any of this. Right
you
now,
pay Ben for him to say it.
You can pay me if you want. I'm okay having a paid partnership with Square Enix. If you're listening, we'll take paid partnerships.
Yes. Go play Triangle Strategy. Go play everything else.
Right. But for it being on the launch, there is a starter pack. It's only $1.50. You get like 200 paid mod coins. And to get the battle pass, like the paid battle pass for the current season, since it's like the preseason, or it's like this, like it's the kickoff season, there's only 20 levels to it. That's how I'm literally just got to 10 today. It's really easy. It's only 90 paid mod coins, so it's super like cheap to get the battle pass and the season pass for the season. And I think you keep it.
This is how they get you.
Yeah,
I think you keep the battle pass, and I think you'll be able to I don't know if the battle pass stays if you unlock it to where you can select which one. Because when I go to the battle pass in my game, and there's an arrow button to choose which one to go to, and obviously there's only one right now. So, because I imagine they're not going to lock out the story stuff if you start way late. That way they have multiple seasons, so you can choose which season you're grinding for.
You never know. It's Square Enix.
I mean, there's another mobile game I play. I'm outing myself. Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage has all of their
one of those.
story. It has all of their story passes from launch available. It's just here's the new one. Go back. Here's all the other ones, and there's 50 million of them. So I hope they do something like that.
I can see it because I don't see Square locking people out of the story specifically. Yeah. I can't see them doing that. I see them hey, choose whatever battle pass or wherever you want to start, and then do the story and unlock. And the premium battle pass, the season pass that you'll get mod coins to redeem for gacha draws, and also when you unlock the character. The free battle pass, you get their standard outfit from the game they're from, but then the paid version, you'll get the outfit for their modern Tokyo aesthetic.
I just want to see the interaction between Squall and Cloud. I want to see the sass that would go on there.
Well, we get that in Kingdom Hearts, but right now we don't have Squall in the game. It's Riona, so.
Not only Kingdom Hearts, but also in the other Dissidia games.
Well, also in the other Dissidias, yeah. But it's also not Riona. She has someone else with her. She
Angelo.
Angelo is with her, so it's the good boys there. It's great.
I wonder why they chose her instead of Squall to represent.
Why did they choose Gaia?
They chose Gaia.
I don't know who that is. All I saw was a goth girl, and I'm like, who is this?
First off, okay, I've talked. Yeah, that's exactly what she is, by the way. When they announced the 14 characters Gaia, I literally went to my coworkers, I have multiple coworkers who are 14 fans. One of them's as far as I am, or farther than me, and one is not even. He's just being ARR. And he's like, who's Gaia? And I was like, okay, so you and most people who aren't that well-versed in 14 that haven't gotten to Shadowbringers, specifically haven't done a specific raid series,
I was gonna say,
won't know her. She's specifically in the standard raids for Shadowbringers.
There are other Asians that you could have put in the game. Why?
She's not even an Asian.
They could have
putting in Chocobo Bill.
I'll tell you what's going to happen is they're going to wait for True and Ben to lose interest, and then they're going to drop Ishtola.
Okay, no, what they're going to do. Who they're. I guarantee the next 14 character they bring in is Reen.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah,
I guarantee Summer Banner will probably be Yuna and Waka. Summer Banner.
Titus isn't even in there.
Oh yeah, throw Titus in there too.
Titus is even in. Not yet. Here, let me pull up the.
Titus's Japan outfit, he should be a literal plumber. That would be so.
Bro, what a callback!
I want to see him in overalls. Just
let me see character list. Oh my god, my niece is just freaking. They're home now. Okay, this is the current characters. I want.
Put Cecil and Rose in there and have them as parents while everybody else is just wilding out.
So we got Warrior Light. So all the ones that we announced earlier are currently in game. The ones they haven't come out yet, which apparently they're going to be released in sometime April or May. So we have Furion from 2.
Nice.
Onion Knight for 3.
Okay.
Riku for 10.
Riku, you're gonna be in it.
wow.
Congrats.
Irona.
Finally break NDA.
Irona from 11, who I don't know who this character is because she's from 11. Irona? I don't know. Balthier from 12.
Nice.
And then Clive from 16. Current characters we have in the game are Warrior Light, Kane, Cryo, Terra, Cloud, Riona, Zidane, Lightning, Gaia, and Prompto.
Wow, no Noctis. Skipping over 15.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
Prompto being the pick from Noctis makes sense.
Some of
If
the
you're not
characters.
gonna- I mean, wait.
Okay, so Warrior Light for 1 makes total sense. Kane for 4. It's either going to be Kane or Cecil.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Cryo for 5 was interesting.
I had honestly had to look that one up.
It should have been Poco. Should have been the Chocobo.
And they're not going to have a Chocobo.
I mean, interesting. In modern day Japan, you have a big ass bird.
That's totally going to not freak people out. Terra from 6. Obviously, that makes sense. Cloud for 7. No surprise. Riona for 8 was interesting. That they just didn't use Squall.
I mean, Renault.
But I guess
she was
they
in the
want.
last one.
Yeah, she was. That's true.
Some of them
Zidane.
are returning characters.
True. Zidane for 9. Makes sense. Lightning for 13. There's literally no one else for 13.
Snow.
Besides
Whoa.
Snow. Well, besides Snow. I'm saying besides Snow, there's
Put
no one
Sass in
like
this.
this.
Yeah.
Homie Sass.
Let's have hope.
Or Fang. Fang would be excellent as well. My
Fang
second
would be
favorite
yeah, okay,
Dragoon
Fang.
now.
Gaia for 14, which they could have used anyone.
Any other character, man.
They could have used any. They could have used any of the Scions. Any of them.
You could have went Raubon,
Why?
and that would have been cool.
Oh, that
Right.
would have been
Raubon would have.
great.
Raubon actually. That actually sounds
no,
awesome
freaking
because she's a melee
Gaia.
fighter. So she's a melee. So
I don't even like
which
how
is-
she plays.
I don't either. The only
Same
reason.
I
So
haven't played her,
in-
so she just has a big axe and
she's a Warhammer.
Very
Yeah.
defensive.
But what's really cool is, so I did see that there's a challenge mode that you can do, and it's solo, so you don't have to like queue up for anything. And you can unlock like mod coins and art and stuff, and soundtrack specifically. And the Shadowbringers theme song is one of them. And it's like that is the only one. Like, okay, I have to unlock this because that's one of the best one of the best themes for 14 is Shadowbringers.
Thancred would have been a
And-
good choice.
Yes, and that's what I was saying to one of my coworkers is Thancred would be perfect for modern day Tokyo because
Actually,
you know how much of a
100%.
freaking
Oh my gosh,
playboy he
yeah.
would be
Tot-
and how
yeah.
much swag he would have.
Because the last
This
time I saw
opportunity.
Thancred was him getting basically blown up under the sewers while we were leaving.
No, you just
Escaping.
wait. You just wait.
Oh,
Me
just
too.
wait.
Where's your shirt?
Truth
Hey,
nuke.
at least Shanto doesn't.
And then Prompto for 15, which also is weird. Of
He's the
all
best character in
out of the
He's
out of
fun.
the boy band, Prompto.
Yeah.
I mean, he like
I'd rather have
most
Y'all
Ignis.
are
unique
forgetting my
with the rest of the
Gladio.
Big Sword. Like character wise, love Gladio, but from a gameplay, I could see why they did Prompto. Like
Actually,
You know,
yeah,
the
for the
gun
gameplay in this
users?
specific,
He did seem the most
sense.
interesting.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh
I'm
my god!
hoping. I'm
So
hoping if Sephiroth gets put in, we can get Lance Bass Sephiroth.
so I don't know because they haven't said if they're going to add villains or not yet. As of right now, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. If they do add a villains, it's going to be like they're going to be bosses.
Yeah, I was just
They're going to be
say
boss
that, and
fights
it
or
sells
raids or
boss
something.
banner.
They're not going to be like playable
tough to
characters.
play as most of the villains. They'll be like most of the villains are so OP'd that like how do you make them a playable character? You can't have
that's
Peppy
that
as
too.
one of your
They
playable
did
characters.
They were
it.
in the last 3. They did 3
Jack
games.
was
of
a playable fragging character, bro.
Was he really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was.
That's hilarious.
Fair.
They had Kefka. They had so they it's not.
Ultimate
So-
yeah.
What's really weird is currently in game, there's only one support character, and it's the Warrior Light. He's the only support. All of the other characters are. Oh wait, no, sorry. Cryol's a support too, so we have 2 supports.
Makes sense.
And then all the other ones are either melee, ranged. Zidane's an agile type.
Makes sense.
As well as the Lightning's also agile, which that makes sense. But I am so pumped for whenever they add Clive, because they've already shown in cutscenes so he can prime himself with Ifrit's power. And I was like, okay, yep. So he's going to be my main once he comes in.
So this is where Clive ended up after the end of 16.
Yeah, this is canon.
Is insane.
Oh my god, they totally
Only to
should do
16.
that.
It'd be like the ending of it'd be like one of the endings of Nier, where they literally just, well, no, not Nier, Drakengard, where they just isekai into Tokyo.
Yeah.
Chrono Cross did the same
Wait
thing.
until you finish 13.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh, why'd you have to say that? All right. Well, we're coming up over an hour now. So
Yeah, we're good.
Well, I wanted to bring up another topic, but I think it would go too long.
Yes.
Is Final Fantasy not reaching young people? I just wanted to get that real quick.
Oh! The article that Yoshi or the interview that Yoshi P talked about, where
They did a study.
They did, they did a study.
It's something I think about a lot.
To
'cause
where
I'm a lot younger than you guys, and I think Super is too.
Younger.
Yes, I'm 24. I'm probably
We're like the minority of this curriculum.
But there was a study put out, I think specifically, in Japan, to where the younger audience is not connecting, quote unquote, connecting to Final Fantasy, and Yoshi P straight up says like, yeah, because it's due to long development time. It takes too long to make a damn game. Because
if you had that string in the late 90s and early 2000s, there was literally a Final Fantasy every year.
Either every year or every other year.
Yeah, every year, every other year, and now you wait 5, 6, 7 years before you see anything.
Between 15 to 16, just for those between those two, not including the the rebirth, remake and rebirth. Well, remake because that was the only one out in between. 15 came out in what 2016, 2014, 2015. And then 16 came out in what 2022, 2023.
Yeah, 23. Yeah.
So
almost.
So you're talking
almost
6 or 7 years typically.
Yeah.
And I think about the fact that it's so. I think 15 is the one that starts and it says a Final Fantasy for new and old players or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So they were almost opening up the door to make things a lot more accessible. And then you have something like 16, which I think was trying to do something similar. You have all of the gacha games. As I understand, in watching I think it was who was it? Nomura or somebody was on an interview just talking about when they had Duellum, it wasn't supposed to be a Final Fantasy game. It wasn't. It was just supposed to be just another mobile game that they wanted to do. And they stuck the Final Fantasy on just because they want to specifically target the younger audience. And I don't know if I don't know if that's it. You make the games more accessible and give more gotcha out there in order to get the younger folks into this game. And you know, maybe Perp and Super, you both are exceptions to the rule. I know that, you know, everybody else here got into it. Well, I got into it in my teenage years, and everybody else got into it when, you know, they were a little bit younger. But still, it's like that makes sense that we're still into it. But how do you get the game? You know, how do you get a 10 or 11-year-old now into Final Fantasy? And I don't know if you do.
Stop trying to do pop culture reference when it takes 10 years for it to develop. Like, you can't do a GOT style game when GOT ended, 5 years before
That's a good
the game came out?
I
Same thing
think
with 15. They had so many, like, it wasn't over the top like 16 was, but it was very much like trying to be modernized. Like, they were doing like cup noodles and stuff in there. Like, yeah, there was a phase.
Oh my
where
god,
that
there
was
was
big.
so much ad placement in that game.
Yeah, all that stuff, it's cool at the time, but it takes so long to develop. Just do like what they did before and do original content. Like, do your own thing.
I think tone down the scale, because yes, the games are beautiful, but sometimes it's like I can understand how it took so long to make, like how 16 looked so pretty with how huge some of those backgrounds and stuff
Yeah, but it was
were.
an empty sandbox though. Like, it was huge, yes, but there was nothing in it.
So tone it down back to like 13 or 10. I don't mind linearity if it's done right.
People are going to bitch about it being linear, but then just point
They're
out, be
gonna
like,
bitch about
listen,
it
you
being the
love
sandbox,
10.
too.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to complain. Just make your original content. Don't try and be like the other games where you're not going to be Skyrim. You're not going to have a giant map.
Nope.
You're not going to be do your own thing. Stop trying to be pop culture.
Because sales have shown that some of Square's other properties are slowly catching up to how Final Fantasy was selling. Because Dragon Quest people still love Dragon Quest, and that's been selling. People love the
Octopath?
Evil East. Octopath. People love the
is
Octopath is great, and
People love
it's
the
such a
Evil East.
good game.
People want a return to the old school Final Fantasy, young and old.
Well, like Tactics, what you were saying, like Tactics actually opened the door, I think, and kind of showcased to Square as hey, Tactics and turn-based stuff is still really popular. And,
Don't you mean Expedition
which is
33?
crazy to know, like, why they haven't gone, like, even with Tactics, they've gone back with the Tactics, but like
they tried.
No,
they
don't.
did a game. It's called Triangle Strategy. It's great.
That's just
Go
Fire
play
Emblem
it.
in disguise.
Fire Emblem's also great.
Or hear me out. You play a completely different game.
Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, now with an expanded free trial? You can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn, Heavensward, and the award-winning Stormlord expansion up to level 70. For free. With no restrictions on playtime. Because I have. I've heard it a lot.
I just
Way too. By the way, you guys were all muted when that was playing. But yeah, no, I've been hopping on 14 here and there. Okay, it's just life. Life is a thing.
I'm still in Ishgard
and Delulu.
But hey, the Free Company house is in Ishgard, so you're at the great place.
Still not used to the voice acting change.
It will grow on you. Trust me, it will grow on you the more you play.
And then when you go to play your alt, you'll be like, woof.
So you play the coils and you're like, oh, alpha, no. Alpha, no.
The Realm Reborn's voice acting was rough.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
It was rough.
Again,
just wait.
Just wait. Better. It gets so much better. Riku with this shirt. Mainly because like you will and I think this is why I really like Yustola is her voice actress's delivery on her lines are so good. Specifically when
good,
what was it when she was you're in the it's in the Stormblood one of the Stormblood area. Steps. Yes, you're in the steps. The whole like with the little son.
No, don't spoil it for anyone. What are you doing?
I'm just saying 1-2 words from what she says. The entire delivery is so much better. But anyway,
So I think 14 and the fact that I'm playing 13 right now, and I could probably even pick up 10 or some of those titles, like the overproduction of something like a 16, extending the development times. Like, do we really need to do that anymore?
Like, look
Does
at
it need to
Remake
be a
and Rebirth.
spectacle every
Remake and
single
Rebirth
time?
are not gigantic maps. Like, they're fairly linear. Like, you have a set amount of area that you can go to. It's not, other than like Cosmo Canyon, it's pretty big, but it's contained.
Like Rebirth, Remake, they're contained areas. The story is very linear because it's just repeating
Linear with
7
spectacle,
story. It's just more semi-open to where you can you can expand more and get more time out of it, but there's still an end.
Yeah,
and
it's not just
the
roaming
game's
around
gonna
an empty
and the game's
area.
gonna make you go to the next step regardless of where you're at. So.
I mean, 15 struggled with that too. Look how big 15 was versus
15
how
was
much there was actually
massive.
in it. It's gigantic. You're driving literally real time, 10 minutes from one location to the next. It's like, this is insane. We should not be doing this.
That was
I
part
have
of
a
the
car.
charm,
I should
though,
be
right?
moving
That's
faster.
part of the charm.
At
when you
first.
hop.
At first.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
eventually it's like,
also didn't help that the
I'm
game
done with
starts
this.
with
I'm fast
you
traveling.
and your boy band pushing
Pushing your car.
for 5 minutes in
I
the
love that
game.
segment.
Yes,
I
I'm
wouldn't
with you,
want it
Purple.
any minute shorter.
I do enjoy that.
I mean,
a
it's
lot.
it's enjoying, but like if you go back and play it a second time, it's like, can I just skip this?
Yeah. But
No,
it
I
makes
need to
the
hear
ending
Florence
hit
and the
that much
Machine every
harder.
time.
Yes, it's peak because of Florence and the Machine.
Mhm.
That rendition
Oh,
of "Stand
gosh.
by Me" is perfect.
Oh, so good.
Anyway,
But those are the moments in the game. Like, if you want those things to resonate with the younger, that's what it is. It's those little pieces that Final Fantasy heart and emotion that goes into. It's
the 10 intro.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Bring
Yeah.
metal back into Final Fantasy.
Bring back
hit
new
us.
metal. Yeah,
That was
dude.
perfect.
Hey,
that
So
was
what I'm
perfect.
hearing,
I've been saying
we
this
had
every
we
time.
got Beartooth in 14.
Man, did we? Whoa.
Give me more of that.
Like when
If
I
you could get
saw
that
it, I was
rate to
like,
pop.
oh, Beartooth, a Columbus, Ohio fucking rock band.
First
What?
of all, Tom Morello.
Yeah. Tom
yeah.
Morello,
Look,
firstly. Yeah.
that for
I
Ben, that'd be like if
agree.
I heard the Black Crows in Final Fantasy, and they're a Georgia rock band.
I agree with you hearing a band from your hometown in Final Fantasy 14, but what made it even better for me was hearing Final Fantasy 14 on the radio, because that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
reverse direction. I agree that like bringing new metal back into Final Fantasy did something to the world that day.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my god,
What-
it popped off real good too. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, the song is available for purchase, I believe.
Probably.
I would
wouldn't be
I would
surprised.
say a big answer trying to help get more people into Final Fantasy would also be re-releasing the older games so people can get into them. Like
They have.
13 for
Pixel
like
remaster.
13
Yes,
for God's sake.
it's just 13. Like
It's
It's
just 13. They
13
haven't
is the
done
only
it.
one
Some-
that's locked.
Dirge of Cerberus,
No.
side games that
We can
just
live without that one.
We don't need that one.
because I'm
Get an
all for
emulator.
video game. All
we got
for-
the Dirge of Cerberus stuff and the Yuffie stuff in remake. That's what we got.
We did.
That's all we need.
we'll get the Final Fantasy VII Materia Ultimatum Anthology. It has all of them. They have the snowboarding game, the
No.
G-bike game. Just throw them all in one.
No, we don't need that. Like the Sega demo discs that you got back in the day.
Oh God.
Just throw them all on one.
I'm also wondering is if they're trying to, with all this stuff, with how they're going to pivot with 17, how they're going to try and.
That's
Well,
a
so
big number, man.
17.
It's not even pre-production.
I guarantee they're not even looking at that at the moment. I guarantee that.
It'll come out on the PS6.
Maybe.
Maybe 7.
Probably.
We'll see. The PS6 isn't going to be coming out until 2029. So we'll see. And
Well, that's
yes,
right in
it's-
line because
it's-
2023, 2029. That is right in line with their cadence for releases of mainline titles.
Yeah, and with 2029, like, and the only reason, okay, for anybody who doesn't know, next gen consoles were originally scheduled for next year, But due
Yeah,
to
the
a
RAM.
rising cost of RAM and GPU, they can't make them commercially affordable. So therefore, they're pushing them back to almost 2030 to hopefully pray to God that the prices will drop. And it's all due to freaking AI data centers they can burn.
I saw shelves and shelves of 64 gigabit RAM sticks. I look, I didn't, if it wasn't me, they would have got somebody else to do it. Okay. I don't want anybody coming for my head, but I can assure you, yes, the hardware is exactly what you're hearing on the internet, that they're just consuming at such a high rate.
It's sad. It's terrible, and it should not happen. So, but going back to get the younger audience into Final Fantasy, I don't know. Like that is going to be an equation that's going to be very, I think, difficult, at least in this day and age, to really do, because development time with games are getting longer, and we see that with multiple games. We see that. How long has GTA 6 been in development? 12 years?
Yeah, but they're going to be fine. They're going to sell plenty.
We don't need to talk about that. That game can
They'll
burn.
be okay, even with development
I don't
time.
want that game releasing because I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. I'm tired of people coming into. I'm tired of people calling and coming to the store. Hey, when's it coming out? When can we pre-order?
Yeah.
When can we?
We don't know. But anyway.
Get there when we get there.
You'll hear about it once GameStop posts a freaking social media post on it, because we've been memeing the shit out of stuff on social media. By the way, I don't know who's in charge of the GameStop social media page, but they deserve a raise. They are phenomenal. Sometimes
I want to see them in the
sometimes it's a miss.
square off.
Oh my god, they should. That'd be great. Oh my god.
And
no, they have
What if it's
commented.
the same person though? What if it's really the same person?
They
Would be
then
incredible.
they don't need to be paid because they're getting double dipping, and I should get some of that money. If anybody,
You already get our
isn't-
patron money.
Shh. I need an actual, day job increase. But anyway,
I'm going to say something that I'm really going to fight through the pain to say. Even Pick admitted that he played Super Smash Brothers, saw Cloud and Sephiroth, and was like, man, those dudes look interesting. Who is that? And that's how he kind of got into the franchise. So
crossovers.
I hate to say we're gonna have
them in Fortnite.
We're gonna have to see Cloud in Fortnite, bro. That's what I was just supposed to say. We're gonna need that Final Fantasy VII Battle Pass. We're gonna
Okay,
put
so
Prompto
here-
uses guns. Put Vince.
Here's actually, now that you say that, I am honestly shocked that actually hasn't happened yet. I'm really surprised.
Sora and
that
Riku.
3 still has to come out.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, before the end of the year, that would be a brilliant move by Square, just to throw them in. Yeah,
Final Fantasy got me. Final Fantasy got me the Magic with the Magic set.
Yeah, you don't have to say that.
Crossovers
I already
like
know.
There it is, an hour and a half in.
Hour 18. But yeah, no, you don't have to tell me that. I've already spent much money on that set.
I have too.
But yeah, I don't
have respect. Have respectful crossovers like that. Don't just throw them into anything and see if it sticks.
Oh yeah, no. That's the one thing though that Final Fantasy has done correctly, in my opinion.
They care about their
is
brand. They care about their brand.
The collabs they do
when
make
they
sense.
put Clive into Tekken, they were like, "Yeah, you can use him, but we want to have creative control on the way that you represent the brand." So they do a good job with that. If they did Fortnite, it would probably be something.
Square
similar.
has very good quality control.
They did a crossover in a mobile game with Ariana Grande, and she made music for Final Fantasy.
We're
and apparently
never
it's
gonna
really
outlive
good.
this joke, and I love it.
Taking it to my grave.
I thought you were
Play a
actually
song at my
joking,
funeral.
and then I actually looked it up, and it was real.
We got Vieira on Ariana Grande.
I've heard the song's pretty good though that she made for.
Probably.
I haven't heard it.
I haven't either.
Probably. But yeah, I don't. Again, going back to the whole younger audience, I don't know. Mobile games is probably going to be the easiest way, or like Riku said, Fortnite. because honestly,
Maybe-
that's probably going to be the best way to do it. Because
Maybe the TV
that
maybe the
game
TV show.
alone,
Maybe the
it-
9
we'll
TV show could
see.
also help.
We'll see.
Is that just
going on Netflix or
So the
something?
thing with television or any like animation, it depends on where it's being streamed. Most kids
Dragon
typically
Age
don't.
came out on Netflix and it did not help.
We don't talk about that.
It killed
do
that
not-
game.
God, don't even get me started on that.
Throw it on
pissed.
Tubi.
I mean, it just depends on where. I mean, if they're going to throw it anywhere for broad audience, I would say Netflix because most people
Gonna get buried.
have a
I thought I
Netflix
almost
account,
killed Purple with that.
but
Put it on
generally it's or Amazon. Amazon would be
Amazon's
another good
pretty
one.
successful.
It's popping off thanks to Fallout and a bunch of other shows.
You mean the
And-
boys?
Boys. It's probably going to be, if anything, for a broad audience, Netflix as a distributor, mainly because there is a lot of broader shows on there and wide range.
Gaming anime, like in general
Yeah,
stuff,
like
the
Castlevania, Devil May Cry. That's all on
wanna talk about that
Netflix.
Bad examples, bad shows.
Well, Castlevania is phenomenal. Shut up.
Castlevania started good.
Yes,
ended
started
terribly.
good.
Ended terribly. That is true. But or either it's going to be Netflix or Crunchyroll. More likely Netflix because not a lot of kids have Crunchyroll because Crunchyroll is just anime. So
They're
we'll see.
very
I don't know.
particular,
but-
too.
What?
I think the problem
I
with
said not in my
Actually,
house.
we're cultured.
My kids, my kids
Bring
are
back
constantly asking me
Funimation.
for my Crunchyroll login.
Well, yeah, but not all kids do. So
No,
we'll see.
we're an outlier. We're a variable. I agree.
We are respectable pirates in this household. We don't pay for anything. We just use.
I didn't hear
Well,
that.
anybody, if you hear that,
only
Super's getting
piracy I know of
arrested
is
by
Luffy.
the. Anyway,
And this was the
moving on
last
from
episode
that.
I was on. I'm just kidding.
What happened to Super? I don't know. He got
That was the
arrested
last
for
we saw of
something.
Super.
Something about pirating things. I don't
The
know.
One
He was a
Piece-
saying not
pirate.
to do his
One
intro.
Piece
He was
is
organized.
real.
But yeah, I don't know with that anime because this is an animation. It's going to be set for a young audience, which is interesting, in my opinion.
Gotta
But
start 'em young.
it also makes sense because if you're going to make
But
any
that's the
Final
thing.
Fantasy,
Who is it for? Who is
it
this
like-
thing for? That's my
Yeah.
whole issue
For
with
me.
all of these things. When I think about the remake series of 7, who is that for? That's
It's for
for me.
Steven to show his
You're
character.
not getting any new audience for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When you do this
And
9 animation,
9
for
animation-
younger audiences, like who's gonna watch that?
and by young
Probably me.
audience,
And I'm 45. Like it doesn't make any sense what they're doing in order to try to, or like, oh, okay, we
Just
have
do
this
a
gotcha
remake
game
instead.
idea.
and
Let's-
for anybody
I'm
who
hoping
knows,
it's stop motion. Stop
when-
motion Final Fantasy 9.
no, it is. They
We
they
know
already
it's a
confirmed
French
it is
animation
full.
studio.
We know it's a full on animation. But
stop
when
motion
I
repeatable.
say I hate stop motion. When I say young audience, I
Right?
mean like it's 10 and younger. It's like for young kids. But I mean, if you're gonna make any,
Yeah, but who's
Just
gonna,
fixed to say, I
who's
watch
gonna
Bluey.
watch that?
Yeah, people
The
love
I don't know,
10-year-old
maybe-
kid is gonna be like,
maybe
oh, I'm gonna watch
Square's
this and
trying
I'm
to
gonna play Final
distill.
Fantasy.
Maybe Square's trying to distill like good advice and lessons into the younger minds of the world.
I'm down with it. They've been doing it for me.
As long as
for
it's Final
years.
Fantasy. Now, Square, if you're gonna make any other adaptations into animation, do Lost Stranger. Please to God, please do a Lost Stranger anime.
I'd peep that.
I would love that. Please.
And not
It's an
just because
easy-
of Cindy.
And it's an
I-
isekai. No, not just because of that. And it's an isekai. It's an easy genre. It's a genre that literally everyone watches. Enough said.
I'm just wondering if this show's about Vivi's kids, is Kalina gonna show up as the mom?
I don't think we have a premise on the show yet, actually.
Dang.
No, there is.
Is there a
So
premise?
it's one of the kids gets trapped in a crystal, and that's the starting of the show.
Oh
Nice,
dear
so
God.
happy.
Okay. Well, interesting.
That's what I'm saying. It's super dark and like these.
What?
The black mages themselves? Yeah, those look cool to me. But I'm thinking 10 and younger. Who's gonna look at that and be like, oh, that's a cartoon for
But
me?
also, look at 9. If you look at the art style for 9, you're like, this is for babies. Like this is very childlike looking art style. But if you
delve
you
into the
play it, you're
story, and I was
okay,
like,
this is
Oh, yeah.
not. This is
Existentialism
dark.
and-
this is
yeah, right.
not for a
Discovered
child.
talking about death,
I
coming
would
to
like
terms with death.
to. I would like to introduce all of you to Steven Universe.
I will. Okay, thank you. I
That's
was about to say,
also,
kid show does
I'm
not
not-
mean baby.
I'm not a fan of Steven Universe, but I know like the story is like really
That's
dark.
what I'm saying. Just the themes. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, stuff's gonna happen. All right. Well,
Kids eat shit like that for breakfast these days.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anime.
All that
anime
I want to see
exists.
Final Fantasy do, all that I want to see them do is to stop trying to make games that compete with the likes of GTA 6. Because
Yes.
that's not who, you know,
Yeah.
It's not
that's
who they are,
you're
which
making these games for.
I feel
if
like
you want to
Another-
appeal to the you can appeal to a younger audience with a JRPG style that makes sense for them, and you do all your market
So-
research for it. But don't be out here trying to compete with other AAA studios that are making mass produced type of, you know.
Tell a
It's because you're
contained
not.
good
That's-
story with fun gameplay. That's all
Yeah.
we need.
The
I don't.
basics.
which I think from last
give us
year's
jobs.
with last year's release schedule of games they had, I think really helps shows. I out of hope show them that yes, these style of games work. You don't have to do anything crazy to make a successful, like Tactics. Yes, it was a remake. Yes, they added voice acting. The gameplay was much more enhanced and refined, and it just looks better. And it sold millions, over 1 million copies. Dragon Quest had multiple releases. You had the reimagine of 1
A
and
certain
2.
French game won Game of the Year.
Claire Obscure got Game of the Year. That,
Or
by the way,
they're br-
was only in development for like a little over a year. I think maybe almost
'Cause
2
they used
years.
AI.
Yeah, that is
No,
true.
no,
That's actually
Start
true.
slandering.
They did.
That's
They
part,
did
my
part
use
of
AI.
it, just for
Um,
cleanup.
The Bravely series reached a certain number of sales
Yep,
recently.
Bravely went.
I see their
went
ads
up.
all the time, all day
Mhm.
long. I see Bravely and Stormblood all day long as I'm scrolling.
Stormblood.
Brave,
Yeah, it shows the storm. It shows Stormblood. It's like the thing. It's like play 14 and it's showing Stormblood. I was like, okay,
That's probably
You say
because it's
so.
the trial.
Yeah, up to
From where,
Stormblood.
like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's probably the
Okay,
trial.
no, I've got the perfect idea. I know how Square can reach the young persons. Make another movie. No, make a Spirits
Spirits
Within
Within.
2.
No,
Spirits
don't
Without.
you dare
We talked
say
about that
that name.
recently.
Don't you dare. I do.
Look,
want
I
that.
usually defend Spirited Away. There's a Spirited, not a Spirited Away.
Spirits
Within.
Okay, well,
Sorry,
Spirit
I know,
Away
I know,
doesn't need
I
defending.
know.
I love
That
Rocky.
movie's-
Thank you very much.
That is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
My bad. I misspoke. I usually defend Spirits Within, but I saw that it was the reason Xenogears 2 didn't get made, and now I'm flip flopping. Now I don't like the movie anymore.
but it is the reason we have Square Enix.
That
Yes,
is
because-
true
And
because
what did
before
it
it was
cost?
Things like
Square.
Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy would never have happened. Yeah,
It's true.
We wouldn't have
it's
14.
true.
I still feel like Enix was probably the winner of that deal.
Oh, it
Oh,
was.
100%.
Absolutely,
Yes.
it was.
Enix
Square was-
completely
Square was like-
Square was about to get old yellowed.
I'm sorry.
Fox,
Iconic in chat
how
is
dare
like,
you bring
how
that
dare
evil
you
up."
bring that evil?
I wanna talk about what Box is saying. Undertale proves that graphics don't matter. I actually was gonna say the fact that I think that Final Fantasy is reaching across the aisle and doing the OST orchestral collaboration with Undertale. I think that's gonna be big for younger audiences because younger kids love like
Undertale
Undertale
was
and Delta
huge.
right now. Yeah, I mean, it still is.
I mean, Octopath too is in the same idea. Like the graphics, like they're
You don't need
they're
the good
pixel.
graphics. You just don't. Honestly, I kind of don't want. I want things to have personality and character. I don't want things to turn into DLSS 5. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, stuff loses its meaning when it becomes overly.
Yeah.
complex.
Don't get me started on DLSS 5 because that looks terrible.
It just felt like for a while people were going to other Square properties. Like it was taking so long, so people would go to Nier, or they'd go to Harvestella, or they'd go to Octopath, or they'd go to.
First
we
off,
need something to.
Harvestella is slept on. It's a Harvest Moon Final Fantasy game. It's literally what it is.
People went to the Trail series. People went to the Tales of series. We need to
Wait.
reach out to other
Square
RPG
didn't do
series.
those.
No, I'm saying that people left
for
from
another
Final
Looking
Fantasy.
for
Oh,
mood.
got it.
Trying to scratch
Okay,
that
there
itch.
we getting to scratch the itch. Okay, I was like, wait, Square never did Tales or Trails. It's like Tales is Bandai.
It's just we need something to bring those fans back or bring some of those fans in.
I
We
agree
need
with
stuff.
I agree with what True is saying about like I like to see Square push the envelope, but I don't like them doing it in competition with other franchises. I don't like to see them lose like that.
Yeah.
So before we head out, one thing I will say, now that like Super brought up Tales and Trails, do a game. Stop doing the realistic style graphics. Go back to like the anime style graphics. Go back to what 9 did with the cartoony anime look. Because if you go back to the anime look, I guarantee you younger audiences would go flock for it more often. Because anime has become such a bigger part of culture itself, thanks to COVID. COVID did a lot of crap.
Did that.
We don't talk about that. Veilguard had a crap story.
Veilguard did that.
And also,
yes,
it had a crap story, and Dragon Age was
Terrible
also
character.
dying in general because EA did not give a damn.
Yeah, that's true.
They did not care about Dragon Age at all. I blame EA for everything on that. But
didn't The Witcher get an anime movie or something like that?
We had 2. Witcher had Nightmare of the Wolf, which was a Netflix original, which we don't talk about, and we had Sirens of the Deep, which is also a Netflix original, but that was actually based on a short story from one of the books with Doug Cockle,
But it's not
the voice of
anime
Geralt.
per se. You're just saying an anime look and feel.
Animated
Yes.
show.
Yeah,
Well, just an anime,
animated feel,
an
yeah.
animated
Like 9.
feel. Like 9.
9 didn't go for the
Eastern
realism
anime.
like
Exactly.
7 and 8 did.
Like bring back the
7, 8.
whimsy and fancy of 4. 4 had such this feel to it. Like bring that kind of feeling back, or
and just
bring the 5
even
vibe
5
back.
or
5 has some
even
great
6,
vibes.
but bring back like if you want to like to bring a younger audience in, I
Or
feel
9.
like using just an anime art style and animation style would actually help them rather than going more to the realistic stuff with a hyper
So a new
realism.
Chocobo Mystery Dungeon. Yes. Perfect.
Absolutely. But because anime has gotten such big notoriety and
notoriety.
Thank you.
Yes.
Words.
Somebody
See,
else's
you know, and you know, becoming much bigger. Anime is becoming bigger
Prevalent.
it's prevalent and bigger. It's becoming bigger than live action television. Most people look at animation nowadays. Like animation. I mean,
you can crank that out way
K-pop
faster. than
Demon
trying to
Hunter
build
won
some-
2 effing Oscars and movie awards.
so good,
and then
I want to know where the
Demon
the
Slayer won an award for something
I think it
for
did.
Demon Castle or whatever one of the movies did. The newest movie.
Infinity Castle.
That
I saw it in theaters.
So like it's becoming bigger, and just use that. I mean, that would help drastically, in my opinion. But
I'm just happy it's getting a lot of love, because if this was if they would have done this in middle school, I would have gotten shoved into a locker for this.
Okay, listen here. We've all we all been there. Obviously, every single one of us have been there. Except for Steven. He wasn't really into anime back then. The rest
He would
of
have been
us.
shoving me in the locker.
Not shoving anybody into lockers.
I don't think it was a jock. I can't see Steven being one. But
It
like
depended though, because you could be a fan of Dragon Ball Z in the 90s and you could show up to school and be like, man, did you see last night's episode?
fair point. Well, and it's because Dragon Ball Z was acceptable because it was just guys beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah,
that's all it
a
was.
himbo show.
Yeah, that's why. Your general just watching anything anime like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Duel Masters, Zoids, Sailor Moon.
I watched a couple of those.
I couldn't walk into school and say,
But,
"Hey, have you seen Blue Dragon with that and Trying to Survive?"
Blue Dragon was great. and also Toriyama did the design on some of that stuff. So awesome.
He did on all of it. I'm pretty sure he was the main design director.
Holy 100%. You can
Holy
totally
was. You can go listen to that on our Dragon Ball one of our Dragon Ball episodes. I think it was on our Toriyama episode that we did his deep dive. So, but this episode's going long enough. I know Steven's been like patiently
dying here. I've been sitting all day at work. My back is toast.
So, with final thoughts on our younger audience stuff, that's what we have. That's what I have. Do any of you guys have any final thoughts on anything that we talked about today? Dululium, younger audience.
I love that you decided that the name is Delulu.
That's great.
Yeah, Delululium.
I don't think any of us know how to pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's not Delulium, but I'm going to call it that from now on.
That's what it is.
Delium or Delium.
Aluminum.
Duellum.
Aluminum.
Deluminum. I'll definitely be playing it after today. I will say that.
Yes, you
True
should.
and Ben, you two have convinced me.
You're welcome.
Just sold me on the dialogue itself. I'm clicking it.
And honestly,
man,
that's the best part of the game is the banter. It's just so funny. And being any modern day aesthetic, I think, is what's kind of like pulling me.
It's very
more.
charming. I don't know whether or not it's going to be charming for younger audiences, but for people obviously fans of the franchise.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna love it. It's like fan service. 1,000%.
Oh, it's
maybe modern day
fan
audiences
service.
here in the West. I think East it's gonna do great. Modern
Well,
day.
that's one thing that worries me about Duellum with younger audiences is they're not going to understand why these interactions are charming because they don't know the characters.
Yes, what's really cool, I completely forgot to talk about, when you go to a character and go to their profile, go down towards the bottom, it actually gives a full-on like summary of their character and screenshot from their original game, which is really cool. Like if you go to Kane's, it's like literally FF4 like screenshot.
Okay, so just a little snapshot of who they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they say what
wrong.
game they're from. So
I don't think that
Steven's
actually...
gonna die. I'm looking at Steven right now, and he's like literally.
I'm gonna finish saying what I'm saying.
I want this episode to end.
I don't think that screenshot replaces actually being
No, absolutely not. No. So go play Pixel Master. It's typically on sale.
So what we're hearing is we need more patrons so Stephen can suffer.
Yes.
Yikes.
Sign up for the Patreon.
Super got banned all of it.
Yes. What happened? He's still paying me. I don't know what happened to him.
Icon, if you're listening still, go sign up. Let's get Pick back on. Let's get Mr. Evil on. Let's get Box Girl on.
They all want to be on.
I post on my Twitter.com.
Anyway,
our honorary patron member.
She is. She's great. She's been on our show once for FF14. So, but yeah. Also, Final Fantasy 14 is on sale on Xbox and PlayStation. Everyone, go buy it. It's great. It's up 50% off. You're welcome. Swear for a plug.
I'm doing a gate right now.
Go more shell. Go play Triangle Strategy. It's one of the
playing Triangle Strategy.
Oh my god. Anyway, I think that's a good time to end the show because this has been long enough for everyone, specifically Steven. So, everybody, thank you again for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, and may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share your thoughts, experiences, and love for the Final Fantasy lore. You can also find us on Twitter at FFLorecast.
What if I told you you only have 12 hours to legally have sex?
To finding true love, or just like a good guy.
From the director of Easy A and Anyone But You.
This whole thing is nuts.
There's nothing traditional about this night.
On August 7th, the clock starts on the summer's biggest rom-com.
I'm Owen.
Allie.
What about you and me?
Monica Barbaro, Callum Turner.
I've been told I'm a 7.
By who? Your mom?
No, she thinks I'm a 10.
One night only. Rated R. Only in theaters August 7th.
Stitch Fix. Stop shopping. Get styled.
Not today, sweatpants. Somebody's wearing jeans that fit.
Wow!
No photos, please. I'm just a regular dad who happens to have a stylist.
I really look my best when someone else makes the decisions.
Hey, we can all see you two-way mirrors.
Just share your size, style, and budget, and your stylist sends personalized looks right to your door. Stitch Fix. Get started today at StitchFix.com.
I want to hug you. I'm going to hug you. I'm coming in for a hug.